Is coming up next, but first, Tyler Krusz is here with a preview. What's new, Tyler?
Hey Kent, how's it going? We have another Friday night, and that means another fifth down. And you know the drill. Don't go anywhere, because next on WBKB News at 11, we are going to have all your highlights and scores from football games around the area. You are not going to want to miss what's coming up in sports. Welcome into the fifth down. It was our first full Friday night slate of games since high school football started 3 weeks ago, and there were no Thursday games this week, no Saturday games. We have a lot of great matchups tonight and have 5 games to bring to you. But first, before we get to week 3, Austin Szumowicz has your top play from week 2. Austin, nice to see you. We had 5 great plays. Which one won?
Yeah, Tyler, like you said before, we have kickoff in week 3, but we wanted to bring you the top play from week 2. Over 500 of you voted this week, and a little over 200 of you casted your vote for this. The Mile Thunderbolts were taking on Hillman, and quarterback Austin Fox looking for Seth Spahn, and what a one-handed grab by Spahn, and what a throw by Fox. He puts it where only his man could get to it. Mile would go on to win this one in Hillman, beating the Tigers 12-0.
Yeah, and we are starting with the Alpena Wildcats. Cats were in action in Petoskey tonight, looking for that first win of the season. We picked things up late in the first half. Northmen have a 21-7 lead. Alpena was trying to close that gap with a 2-minute drill. Jacob Zand starts off strong, zipping it over the middle to Brady Nidzwecki for a first down. A few plays later, Alpena setting up the screen pass. Caden Budnick follows his blockers and picks up 14 yards. He's down inside the Petoskey 40. Later in the drive, Zand looking for it all down the far sideline, but what a great play. Petoskey's Trevor Swiss with the leaping defensive play to tip the pass. Wildcats turn it over on downs. Moving on now, Petoskey immediately goes on the march. Rippin Vinning up the middle, breaking a tackle, and he nearly stretches for the goal before being knocked out at the 2, and then the next snap, Gavin Wargle sneaks it in. Petoskey wins this one 35-14.
Moving over now to Frankfort, where the Oscoda Owls are in action after a bye week last week, looking to improve to 2-0 on the season. They haven't been in action since their week 1 win in Tawas, and here we go. Oscoda looking to get something going in the first quarter. Anthony Ward gains 4 yards on this quick little run, and then on the first down, he gets a big gain to the left side, running down the sideline before he's being pushed out of bounds for the 36-yard gain, and he just keeps going there. And now check out this next play. Ward is going to be rolling out with the defense in his face. He tosses it up, and Trevor Miller makes the tough grab. Oscoda couldn't score on this drive, unfortunately, and Frankfurt driving on third down. Spencer Vantol with the nice catch to set up the first down, and Adam Mills takes it in from 15 yards out. They led by 7 after 1 quarter, and the final of this score was 36-12.
Yeah, tough loss for the Owls there. 2 more of our 11-man football teams were in action tonight for week 3, and without further ado, let's roll that scoreboard. Joburg Cardinals had a home game against Harbor Springs, and they dropped that matchup by 2 scores. Final in that one was 30-14. And the Tawas Braves, also looking for their first win of the season, they hosted Benzie Central and dropped that game by a score of 48-12. Tawas is at Ogemaw Heights next week, and Joburg travels to Mansalona. Both the Braves and the Cardinals are looking for that elusive first victory. Now, I need a sip of water, and it's time for our halftime break, but we still have some more football action coming up next. Austin, give us a tease.
Yeah, Tyler, I could use a break myself, but when we come back, I will be refreshed, and we will bring you some 8-man football, starting with the Rogers City Hurons. You're not going to want to miss the highlights that are next on WBKB's Fifth Down. Welcome back to the Fifth Down. We pick things up in 8-man football all the way up in Rogers City. The Hurons won their last game over Brimley 42-0, and they're hosting the Onaway Cardinals, who won their last game 73-0. Now both teams are coming off shutout performances, stellar offensive performances, so in this one something has to give. Rogers City doing pretty well for the first year as an 8-man football team, and they're up 8-0 in the first, where they would begin. And here's quarterback Spencer Whitford, who's going to go with the handoff to Hayden Hentkowski, who makes a little move, and he's able to break the plane 14-0. Still in the first, and here's Whitford looking to throw. He's got the senior Dylan Cook, who has nothing but green in front of him after this, and the Hurons would extend that lead after this very nice play. But here come the Cardinals quarterback quarterback. Jaden Mix leaves his feet for this throw, and Brendan Brubaker does the same thing with this nice diving catch. Huron's defense would hold, though. Second quarter now, and here's Hentowski. Again, he blasts it up the middle and dives for the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. Still in the second, and Whitford is getting sick of throwing the ball, so he's going to take it off to the quarterback keeper, and he's in for the score. And then take a look at Anthony Paul boosting the extra point through the uprights. All Rogers City in this one as they go on to win 41-0.
I was looking forward to that last game all week, Austin. Those Hurons are very good this year in their first year of 8-man football. Let's move a little south, though. Another team enjoying success in their first year as an 8-man team is the Alcona Tigers. We are over in Alcona for the first home game of the year. Flags are around the field marking each graduating class because before the game, Alcona honored their hometown heroes, past and present. Kids have special red, white, and blue jerseys for the night. Student section was into it. Heston Academy was visiting. And here we go. This was a great game if you're an Alcona Tiger. Here is the Tigers' second offensive snap of the game. Freshman quarterback Garrett Summers with the shuffle pass to Gavin Walker, who makes a man miss. He switches directions, and then he's going to gallop in for the first points of the game to make it 6-0 Alcona. What a run right there from Gavin Walker. Next drive, third down here, and look at Jesse Sheldon coming off the edge. Hello? Might help to block him. That sets up some great field position for, guess who? It's Jesse Sheldon. He's getting it done on both sides of the ball. Alcona is up early, and they're up a lot early. They would just not stop. Here's their next offensive drive, and running back Michael Bassner, he's going to take this handoff up the middle into the secondary and then behind the secondary, and he's going to get in for another long touchdown for the Tigers. And we are still in the first quarter here for this next play. Garrett Summers gets sick of handing the ball off and letting his rushers get all the glory, so he's going to do it all by himself here, and the freshman is in the end zone, and Alcona was up 36-0 after just one quarter. Second quarter was not any different. With the JV kids in now, here's freshman William Liebler around the corner, and he is in for another Tigers touchdown. Great defense and great offense from Alcona as they swamp Heston Academy out of St. Helens 66-0.
Okay, moving on from the runaway games, let's head to Posen, who hosted Whittemore Prescott in a much more tight affair. Now, both these teams were looking for their first win of the season, and shout out to the Cardinals flag waiver supporting even one away from home. Now, picking things up in the second half, the game is tied 26-26, and this deep bomb from Jack Rommel would be caught with an amazing diving effort from sophomore Logan Tim right in the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. Just an absolutely great play right there. Now, Posen wouldn't pick up the two-point conversion. The score is 32-26. The Cardinals would respond the next drive. Nick Smith takes the option, runs to the outside, hurdles a defender, and it's open grass for Smith. Nobody is around him, and he gets the tying touchdown for Whittemore Prescott. Right after this, Whittemore Prescott would run the option again with Nick Smith to get the two-point conversion, which makes the game 34-26, and that missed 2 points from Posen would bite them near the end of this one. And so would this interception. Great pressure from Nathan Lintz to force this bad pass, which gets right to Jake Burr, who picks up some extra yardage for the Cards. Capitalizing on this pick, Whittemore Prescott would then put this one out of reach. We have a great deep pass from Brady Oliver, who gets it to Nick Smith, gets dragged in the end zone. He picks up the touchdown, and this final two-point conversion would be all she wrote. Brady Oliver gets the final points for Whittemore Prescott. The Cardinals would get their first W of the season against Posen, 42-32. Now, after the game, here's head coach Joseph Murphy on his thoughts on the team's performance.
It's going to come down to who wanted it more. If we really wanted it, we had to go and take it. We're on their home field, and the seniors stepped up huge in the fourth quarter. I had a bunch of seniors that came to play. I went to this school, first-year coach. A lot of emotions right now. I'm so happy for my seniors, so happy for my coaches, so happy for the cheerleaders and fans that came out here. I appreciate everyone that's put in the work, and we've been working hard, and when you work that hard, it feels good to win.
And we were not just limited to 5 local teams in action tonight. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from our other 8-man teams who also played. We are starting with Peck and Hale. Peck won this game 20-14 over Hale, and then Augrey Sims would put up another 50-point performance. They'd beat Mayo 62-54. And then moving on, Hillman would pick up a win in Atlanta, 50-6. That was Hillman's first win of the season. They improved to 1-2 on the season. And they're going to be looking to continue that into next week. Now, coming up on WBKB News, don't go anywhere because we have your eye on entertainment.